Please subscribe the channel and hit the like button. Luhansk Oblast. Russian and Ukrainian forces continued ground attacks on the Kupyansk-Svatov line on June 22. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces conducted unsuccessful offensive operations near Sinkivka. The Russian Ministry of Defense MOD claimed that Russian forces repelled two Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance groups operating near Sinkivka and Novosibirsk. A Russian mill blogger claimed that Russian forces continue to attack in the Kupyansk direction and are clearing forest areas as they advance toward Avdiivka and Sinkivka. Ukrainian forces continued counteroffensive operations near Kreminna on June 22. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian forces conducted offensive operations in the Bilohorivka-Dibrova direction, achieved partial success, and consolidated new lines. Ukrainian military officials reported heavy fighting northwest of Dibrova, near the Zaporizhia forest area, and north of Kryhorivka. The Russian Ministry of Defense MOD claimed that Russia's center group of forces repelled 5 Ukrainian attacks near Kuzmine and in the Zaporizhia forest area. The Russian MOD also claimed that Russian forces stopped 3 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance groups near Yampolivka, Dibrova, and in the Zaporizhia forest. A Russian mill blogger claimed that Ukrainian forces are continuing to launch counteroffensive operations despite unsuccessful attacks in the past 3 days. A Kremlin-affiliated mill blogger claimed Ukrainian forces attempted and failed to advance from Bilohorivka to Shmyhal. The mill blogger also claimed that Russian forces pushed Ukrainian forces back into the Zaporizhia forest area southeast of Kuzmine and claimed that fierce battles continue near Yampolivka. Russian forces continued to counterattack Ukrainian positions near Kreminna amidst ongoing Ukrainian counteroffensives. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces conducted unsuccessful offensive operations near Dibrova, Bilohorivka, and Serebryanka. Russian mill bloggers claimed that elements of the Russian 76th Guards Air Assault VDV division captured a Ukrainian position in the Kreminna direction. A Kremlin-affiliated mill blogger claimed that Russian VDV forces advanced deeper into the Zaporizhia forest area after 2 days of fighting. 46. A Russian mill blogger claimed that Russian forces have made some progress near Spern. A Ukrainian source shared graphic footage that indicates Ukrainian forces repelled attacks by Russian Storm Z, 80th Guards Tank Regiment, and Akhmat forces in the Zaporizhia forest. Geolocated footage published on June 20 indicates Ukrainian forces destroyed a Russian T-80 tank west of Chervenopipivka. Donetsk Oblast. Russian forces conducted limited ground attacks near Bakhmut on June 22. Geolocated footage published on June 21 shows that Ukrainian forces recently made limited advances near Ozaryanivka. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces conducted unsuccessful offensive operations near Ivanovsk, Orakovo-Vasilivka, and Bila Ora. Ukrainian Eastern Group of Forces spokesperson Colonel Serhiy Cherevety reported that the intensity of fighting has decreased in the Bakhmut area due to recent Russian force rotations. Cherevety stated that Russian airborne forces VDV and motorized rifle elements operate cautiously after seeing the degradation of the Wagner Group during the Battle of Bakhmut. Footage published on June 21 and 22 purportedly shows elements of the 137th Guards VDV Regiment and the Prizrak Battalion operating near Bakhmut. Ukrainian Ground Forces Commander Colonel General Alexander Syrsky published footage showing Ukrainian forces conducting a HIMARS. Geolocated footage published on June 22 indicates that Ukrainian forces struck Russian forces south of Kodyma 13 kilometers southeast of Bakhmut. Russian and Ukrainian forces conducted limited ground attacks along the Avdiivka-Donetsk City line on June 22. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces conducted unsuccessful offensive operations near Avdiivka, Severn, Pervomaysk, Marinka, Pobieda, and Novomykhailivka. Ukrainian Tavrisk Group of Forces spokesperson Captain Valeriy Shershen reported that Russian assaults are the most intense near Avdiivka and Marinka. Chechen Republic head Ramzan Kadyrov claimed that elements of the 20th Guards Motorized Rifle Division 8th Combined Arms Army, Southern Military District advanced near Novomykhailivka, increasing Chechen Akhmet. Spetsnaz units' ability to maneuver in the area. Footage posted on June 22 purportedly shows elements of the 1st Slavic Brigade operating near Severn. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that Russian forces repelled Ukrainian attacks near Severn and Pervomast. Southern Axis. Russian forces conducted a limited ground attack in western Donetsk Oblast on June 22. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian forces repelled a Russian ground attack near Vuhledar. Ukrainian and Russian forces continued offensive operations on the administrative border between Donetsk and Zaporizhia Oblasts on June 22. Ukrainian Tavrisk Group of Forces spokesperson Captain Valeriy Shershen indicated that Ukrainian forces advanced up to 1 kilometer in the Donetsk-Zaporizhia border area, and in western Donetsk Oblast, the Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian forces had partial successes on the Rivnopil-Staromayorsk line. The Ukrainian General Staff also reported that Russian forces attempted to recapture lost territory near Makarivka. The Russian Ministry of Defense MOD claimed that Russian forces repelled 2 Ukrainian ground attacks near Novodonetsk and Makarivka. Russian millbloggers claimed that Russian forces also repelled Ukrainian ground attacks near Shershen. Ukrainian forces continued counteroffensive operations in western Zaporizhia Oblast on June 22. The Russian MOD and other Russian sources claimed that Russian forces repelled Ukrainian ground attacks on the Novodanilivka-Robotyne line. Russian sources claimed that Ukrainian forces attacked near Pyatikatki and that control of the settlement has changed multiple times. A Russian source claimed that Russian forces control half of Pyatikatki, and other Russian sources claimed that Ukrainian forces advanced near Zaporizhia immediately southwest of Pyatikatki. Another Russian source claimed that Russian forces pushed Ukrainian forces to positions north of Zaporizhia and that Russian forces established positions in nearby areas. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces conducted unsuccessful ground attacks in the direction of Pyatikatki. Russian sources claimed that Ukrainian forces attacked southeast of Orikhiv near Verbov, and a Russian millblogger claimed that Ukrainian forces made marginal advances near Novofedorivka. A Russian source claimed that Russian forces repelled a Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group near Dorozhnyanka. A Russian millblogger claimed on June 22 that Ukrainian forces attempted a limited raid against islands in the Dnipro River delta southwest of Kherson City. The source claimed that Russian forces repelled a Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group near Ola-Pristan. Other Russian millbloggers claimed on June 21 that Ukrainian forces did not attempt to land near Ola-Pristan. The millbloggers also claimed that the Russian 80th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade is defending. The millbloggers also claimed that the Russian 80th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade is defending near Ola-Pristan.